Green people, crab people, blue heavy metal people. Green people, crab people, blue heavy metal people. Green people, crab people, blue heavy metal people.
Hey there guys, this is me, Malorian, and this will be another War Machine Battle Report, and this one here is going to be us testing out the brand new theme list. So far before this, we only had the Cephalix one that came with the main rule book, and now this is the second one, which will be coming out in the next no quarter, and it's again for mercenaries. We can see here how it's going to be this new design that they're going with. There's only a few of the casters that can use it. The units and the solos are kind of limited, and then down below you get to see that you get like a free little benefit in this one here. Even though you're mercs, you can use the long gunners and trenchers. For every 20 points infantry, you get a free solo. You also get feigned death on all the warrior models and units in the army, and that's amazing, right? That's what's on Magnus2. If he's knocked down, that means he can't be targeted with range or magic. And really that means that any caster that you don't want to be assassinated by range or magic, knock him down, right? You can do that now with Drake, you can do that with Bartolo, you can do that with any of these guys. It's amazing. Plus if you have anyone with tough, if you ever tough as a regular infantry guy, yeah, guess what? They're immune now. So really, really powerful. And another interesting thing as well is that you can take these boom howlers and give them ambush. So really, really neat. Another thing you can do here as well that I like is that since you can take the trencher infantry units, you can take a lot of stuff in here. You know, the long gunners are awesome. You can also take all the steelhead models and solos, and with those free solos that you can get a lot of free points. Stannis is 7 points. You can take Orin, who's 5 points. Kale is 5 points. So overall, this is 17 free points. So when I saw this, I really want to try it out. I tried making one work for the Buccaneer Brigade. Doesn't really give much of the benefit there, but I think that either with Drake McBain or with Magnus2, that's where it's going to come in. So I'm going to try this with Magnus2. So here's a picture of my list, and there's a lot of stuff I've never used here before. I didn't actually go with Orin. I'm not a big fan of Orin. I went with Madeline Corbeau because she makes you like invincible, which is awesome. So it's 16 free points, but yeah, a lot of stuff in here I've never used before. I've never used a steelhead rifleman before. I've never used Stannis before. I've never used my trenchers before. Like it's pretty crazy stuff, and I just love the fact that this will be so different. Meanwhile, on the other side, I am going to be up against David, who came over. First time I ever played against him. I guess he played a lot of Mark 1 and then kind of skipped Mark 2, coming back into Mark 3. And he's going to be coming here with a Stryker1 list. So overall with this matchup, you know, my list is really designed to shoot, lock you down, and then shoot you some more, and then finish you off with, you know, the nomads and whatever. His list is more designed to kind of like get in there, pop that feat, and kind of like slowly pick you apart. Now hopefully if I do this right, my feat should counter his feat. So he can go in there and say like, yay, big armor for everyone, and I'll say, that's great, you stay there. Another thing I can try and do as well maybe is go for a big scenario play, but I think in general this is going to have to be an attrition one. He just has too many guys spread out, and to try and lock him out might be a little bit difficult. So especially with the solos in the back, you know, with Magnus2 at this feat, he says, here's 2 board edges, you can't go towards them, and normally you can lock a lot of things out, but if you have something fast that's just outside that range, they run in the zone, they can test it, and it ruins your entire plan. So I think I'm going to go more for attrition, and if nothing else, I just want to see what this list does, I want to see what these models do, and I want to see what this new opponent David does. So I get the initiative and I go first. Pretty much all these trenchers go up and they start to smoke and all this stuff. Other guys catching up. And this is where I start seeing like the trenchers, this is way too many. I took a full boat of these guys with UA, and the problem is with their command of 8, I just can't really space them out. I mean, in my mind, 10 or 12 of these little smoke rings were going to cover my entire army, but you literally cannot space out that far. So already I'm starting to see that if I want to save points, I could go to a min unit. I'm not even really convinced I need the UA, and yeah, that's pretty much it. On his turn, he does pretty much the same thing. On the right side, he has his trenchers go up in smoke. He has the guys behind. Otherwise, on the left side, he's starting to go through the woods there with the Sword Knights. Just trying to get some cover there, right? I think in general, they're probably better off just going around and being a little bit more speedy. But hey, why not? They can get Pathfinder from Rupert anyway. Otherwise, I didn't mention, but the hunter is on the junior and didn't want to take a shot at me, but after I went in the woods, he realized that, I can only see 3 inches. So, not really the worst, I can't target him. One thing I really want to do is take out that hunter before it does a lot of damage to a nomad. So whenever I can, I'm going to be popping like 2 full combined ranges from a long gunner unit into it. So, the fact that I can't see it right now isn't that bad of a thing either. So given this, he has Arcane Shield up onto the Ironclad. He also has Arcane Shield up onto the Sword Knights, so they're pretty dang tough. He has Snipe there, that's on the Charger, and yeah, now it's time for me to start trying to kill some stuff. And so what I decided to do is to kind of start just getting into him. So I need to kind of bait out his feet. So what I'm going to do with my trenchers, I also need these clouds to go away. These clouds are really wrecking my game here. So what I do is I pretty much charge in my trenchers. I shoot with Kale Baylock first. He kills a couple of guys. The trenchers go in. They're both jamming and killing a couple of guys. Otherwise, other units getting into position. Magnus doing the bullet dodger. Then I have Corbeau going up and doing her parlay thing. So that makes it so models within 7 inches can attack me or my Warcaster. Pretty freaking awesome. And what I'm hoping now is that he's going to need to try and cut his way out of this, pop his feet, and then I'll pop my feet to lock him down. I also see that like maybe I could have gone to try and go for the left zone, but if I put something in that left zone, he can just run in something like Rupert or whatever. So I don't really see a scenario game going yet, especially on the left. I think maybe on the right I might have a better shot. Otherwise, on his turn, he kind of surprises me. So he comes in here with the Ironclad, and he tramples to my Nomad and starts doing a little bit of damage. Nothing really too crazy, but yeah, I didn't think about keeping myself at a trample range. I kind of pooched that one. So now I got him in my face. He comes over here with the Lancer. He arcs over an Earthquake, knocks everything down. He was then looking to then shoot down my caster and go for the caster kill, but because of feigned death, him knocking me down with Earthquake just really makes it so that he can't target me. So hooray for new theme things. Otherwise, the hunter pokes his little neck out, shoots at Nomad number 2, I believe takes out its arm. So luckily not the sword, just like the shield thing, so that's not too bad. Otherwise, Sword Knights and Trenchers starting to attack my Trenchers. Annoyingly, the Charger put its 2 shots into my Renegade and destroys my gun. So that kind of sucks. And then otherwise, he pops feet. So all the stuff is extra armor. Really kind of what I've expected, but I didn't expect the Ironclad to be in base to base to me. So what I'm going to do now is, first of all, I had a couple of thoughts because he only has the 1 Charger in the zone there on the right. So I thought, hey, if I was to go over, shoot it down, right, and destroy it with all my shots, then I can go and like slam Magnus, popping his feet into the zone. And if I put him in just the right spot, nobody can walk over to me to attack me. And because I'm knocked down, you can't target me either. But, it's really janky, and I don't believe I need to do that. Otherwise, I think what I'm going to do now is, like I said, pop my feet, go after the Ironclad, and then just try and start doing this attrition. So that's what I do. On the right side, I do shoot my 1 shot at the Charger just to knock it down, because why not? I put a couple of shots into it, both with Kale Baylock and with the long gunners, and now it's really messed up. Like, the long gunners go first, really take a lot of big chunks out of it, and then Kale Baylock is able to shoot it twice and say, like, yeah, now you don't have movement, and you don't have a Cortex, and you don't have your gun. So, yeah, it really is pretty much decimated, and yeah, it has like its axe, that's about it. Otherwise, I really go after that Ironclad in the middle, like I said. I have to move some things out of the way, but then I charge in there with Magnus2. I do my armor-piercing attack, do about 7 damage. Then I have my other Nomads go after it. They do some okay damage. And again, it might seem stupid to have Magnus2 right there, but I have my Madeline Corbeau, who does the parlay, and now I can't be attacked. Okay, I'm going to say right now, there's probably some people that are like quickly going down to the comments to make this, And this is a big mistake. When we played this game, I thought that the Corbeau stopped you from all models. It's just warrior models. So really now the Ironclad could punch me in the face. That's not how we played it. Really, he didn't really do too much other than get there and pop feet. I mean, I did do 7 damage, didn't take out any systems. So really, I should just be back where I was and out of combat. But just so you know, we play this right now as if I was immune to his attacks, and that's why I charged in, and that makes things a little bit different. Otherwise, the long gunners and the steelhead riflemen come up. They shoot the hunter, really mess it up. I charge in there Stannis. That charger is down to like 1 box or something like in its movement, so it's really messed up. Made a few other attacks. Doesn't really matter for the other parts, but I'm feeling pretty good, right? 3 of his jacks pretty hurt, and he's pretty much locked down for the rest of it. So on his turn here, he goes to try and go after me, and actually makes a pretty interesting play that I didn't expect. With Stryker, he does the chain blast or whatever it is to Nomad number 1, and then with the AoE, clips Corbeau as well. So that could have actually killed her, and if it would have killed her, then I would have been in a lot of trouble. But then again, I am defense 16. If you ever miss me, I get to go away. And so that's kind of what happens. She survives because he rolls bad. Then he tries making some attacks against Magnus, and I just bullet dodge her and kind of like dodge out of the way. And so that's the thing with Magnus anyways, that he is really tough to deal with, and especially now with feigned death as well. He is really good. So after his turn, it's going to look like this. Pretty much he just did what he could, like killing a lot of my trenchers in the front. But that's it. I mean, like, he's locked down. There's not much he can do. And now this is where I want to start cleaning things up. In this turn, I know I can be killing off the Ironclad. I know I can be finishing off the other jacks. I want to get to the other zone there on the right, start scoring, and then just start picking away at stuff. So that's really what I do. I come over here with Bullet Dodger. I'm able to destroy the Charger. I'm able to destroy the Hunter. I'm able to destroy the Ironclad. Do lots of damage to the what is it called, the Lancer as well. So that jack is really messed up. Even the Defender has some big chunks taken out of it. So really, things are going my way. I do put myself really far up there because, again, I thought Magnus2 would be safe. Again, I think that'd be a bad idea because that Hunter, not the Hunter, the Defender could go after me. So really, I should just be further back and everything still works out fine. But I get 2 control points and then we go over to his side. And really what this comes down to is he tries to kill off Corbeau again. It fails, and then he says, okay, that's it, I'm good. So there you go, guys. Here's this game. I know it is a little bit tarnished because we played Corbeau wrong. Although, to be fair, if we would have played Corbeau correctly and Magnus just stayed back and stayed a little bit safe, I believe the same thing kind of happened. The Ironclad beats up on my Nomad a little bit more. Next round, I'm going to destroy the Ironclad anyway. It's just the positioning of Magnus. He would have been a little bit more safe, and that's it. So, you know, you can't really be a bully with your caster underneath Corbeau. You just have to watch out for these non-warrior models. And as far as this tier goes, it is great. It gives you some real limitations as far as what you can take, but there's still lots of options, and the benefits are amazing. You know, just the idea of having these ambushing boom howlers, I haven't even explored that yet. I just went with this gun line, and I think, again, if I was to do this, I would take out, maybe just make the trenchers min with no UA, and then I got a lot of points to get something else. So either way, guys, thanks for watching. I'm definitely going to be trying out this theme again. Please let me know what you thought of the list and what you guys thought of the theme, and I'll catch you later. Bye. Hey there, if you liked watching this video, please go down and give it a like down below you here. And if you have any concerns or questions or comments, please put those in the comment section as well. You know, the best way for me to give you what you want to see is if you tell me what you like seeing and what you don't like seeing. So otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later.